How about this? Oh, the whole white privilege agenda. If you've been watching the news, notice the date on this, May of 2015. Do you see the big scandal next door in Minnesota? St. Paul School District, over the last 5 years, $3.5 million spent of taxpayer money on incorporating white privilege curriculum. School districts spending millions on white privilege training for employees. And if you go look at your Common Core textbooks in English, go look at what Pearson Publishing has done and see the connections here between what's going on in Common Core. The Pacific Education Group, PEG, espouses a lot of controversial and stereotypical concepts regarding minority students in K-12 schools. For instance, the organization teaches that black kids are less likely to respond to fundamental ideas like working hard to achieve success or being on time for school or work, because those ideas are supposedly foreign to African American culture. Can you imagine if a conservative said that? Holy cow, they're talking about colored people time. Can you imagine if a conservative said this? That black people have their own clocks, they don't show up for things? But this is now part of the curriculum they're teaching in schools right across the border in Minneapolis, St. Paul. PEG is literally selling notions like that to American public schools. And the schools are buying them at cost of millions of taxpayer dollars every year. Teachers are actually encouraged by PEG to segregate children in class by race. Teachers are also taught that they should have separate behavior expectations for minority students because those students supposedly come from cultures with radically different values. For instance, one of the annual white privilege conferences in Wisconsin taught participants that minority kids frequently have, quote, a different value in view of time, missed days, working together, and wait time between questions and answers, unquote. According to PEG, white culture is based on, quote, white individualism, unquote, or white traits like rugged individualism, adherence to rigid time schedules, planning for the future. That's a white guy thing, right? And the idea that hard work is the key to success. Minority students shouldn't be expected to subscribe to those values because they are foreign to their culture. You understand that this is chaos, right? And hasn't it always been this way? The very same progressives who have been most screaming in your ear about how bigoted you are, don't they always turn out to be the biggest racists? Go to a university campus and see how they silence speech, how they punish dissenting opinion in the name of tolerance and inclusion. Endless, right? That guy, one of the guys who wrote the Common Core English standards, David Pook, right? Listen to his reason why he helped write the English standards.
I'm just an interested teacher who helped write the standards. And the reason why I helped write the standards and the reason why I am here today is that as a white male in society, I'm given a lot of privilege that I didn't earn.
So David Pook did not help write the standards to let kids read better or write better or think better. He wrote them because he's a white guy who has too much privilege. And he wants to make sure your kids know in their English assignments just how privileged unfairly he was, right? What's going on? What do I mean when I tell you that this has nothing to do with education, right?